Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
New video.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
New video.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
New
Bye.
video.
Bye. Bye.
New video.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Shout out to my new subscribers, man. Y'all didn't, man, my subscriber count didn't jumped up, man. Shout out to all y'all new subscribers. Make sure y'all leave comments, hit that like button, hit that share button, and enjoy the ride and the experience fucking with the Dirty Nation. But this video right here, this will probably be one of my more serious videos because I want to talk to the people that's, man, because watch this. When I was young, there were people that knew I was on a one-way trip to prison. I asked my high school teacher, where you see me in a year? He said, prison. I asked my probation officer, where you see me in a year? He said, prison. And both of them said it confidently. So there was something that they seen in me that let them know for sure he's on the highway to hell. And so whatever that is, whatever that was that they saw in me, if I could just talk to that person, if I could talk to myself as a kid, I would use what they saw in me and I would drive home certain points. Because I promise you, there was no talking to me. There was no talking to me, but they seen it. And less than a year later, yes, I was in fact on my way to prison, 17 years old. So I want to talk about a serious topic with y'all, and that's death and prison. Death in prison. See, a lot of you guys be watching, I mean, a lot of you guys got family members in prison, but you don't know what they go through when they get that letter that you sent them telling them that their grandpa died or their brother died. You don't know what they go through when they get that letter. Man, you guys be dealing what you're dealing with out here. But in there, it's a whole nother thing. My grandma died. A letter came up under the door. It was from my best friend at the time. And that letter was telling me my grandma died. My mama hadn't got to reach through to me. Nobody in my family did. But her letter got to me first. My grandma had been dead probably about 5-6 days. And I got that letter, and it was like the whole world just shattered. Like, this was the first time I experienced being locked up and losing a loved one. My whole world shattered. I started kicking the door. Boo, 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 boo. Kicking the door. They brought me. They came. I slid the letter up under the door. The police read it. Shit, they put my motherfucking ass on suicide watch. Shit, another time I was in Old Folsom, and my cousin Kevin from Meadowview in Sacramento, got hit by a car on Meadowview Road. Got hit by 2 cars actually, riding a bike. Mangled him up. But just think, I'm in Old Folsom, which is the backyard of Sacramento. So that means the local news is my news. So can you picture just looking up at the TV and seeing your aunt crying, your cousins crying, and then all of a sudden a picture of your cousin shows up on the news, on the TV screen? Oh, man. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt so much my cellie couldn't even talk to, he couldn't even relate. All I could do is just cry because let me say this again. All I could do was cry. I'm locked up in a cell. Where I'm gonna go? What I'm gonna do? All you could do is cry. So just think if that was your mama, your brother, your sister, you in the cell, all you could do is cry. Man, I was 7 months to coming home to have to hear my little brother got shot. To hear my little brother got shot. 7 months coming home. My little brother was okay, but still, it's that same feeling. You powerless. I want you to get this. You powerless when it comes to death. So the goal is don't go to prison. Because this is the type of reality that you got to deal with. Dealing with cellies that's dealing with death. Come on, man. If you in a cell rocking with somebody and somebody passed, whether it's you or him, both of y'all affected because y'all in there gelling together. So there's a couple of ways people go out dealing with death. So one day, he LA, he a blood from here. I think it was from LA. I forget his name. But he only had one person in the world. This is on level 4, 180 yard, DR Salinas. He had one person in the world, this girl. And this girl died. That was all he had. She just up and died. And he was in a daze. And they came around to do yard release. And the CO lady was like, take that down. Because, you know, if you cover, they want you to uncover your lights. They're real petty like that. Uncover your lights before we open your door and let you out to yard. So he took the light out. But she decided to come back going, no, 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 no. She got to run and she was unconscious of another person's psychology. Unconscious of it. And man, she finally opened the door and she still was running her mouth. She did not realize this man just lost everything he had in the world. And he commenced punching the shit out of her. Bang, 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 bang. A cold 4-piece. Then they rang the alarm. And I'm telling you, it wasn't he was turned up or nothing. He knocked her dizzy. Then laid down on the ground next to her, proned out on the ground, and told her, all you had to do was leave me the fuck alone. That's what he told her. Hella calm, just like that. All you have to do is leave me the fuck alone. Man, when them police came in the pod running up the stairs, man, they picked her up. Y'all now, don't forget this, y'all. They picked her up, and she said, she's like this, I was just trying to do my job. Bitch, you wasn't trying to do your job. You was trying to, you was one of them people that come to work thinking that, yeah, you know, so you got two types of COs. Ones that do that 8 and hit the gate, and the ones that feel like it's their job to punish you even though you're already being punished. Fuck them. And then you got this. So this is a story about Frosty from A-Tray. I'm going to try to tell it quick. So Frosty came up to mess with me and my cousin, you know, just chop it up, kick it, smoke some cigarettes. Basically, like, you know, it was out of order though, because Frosty is a Crip from Fo-Tray. He's from Fo-Tray gangster. No, A-Tray gangster. And so he sit there, you know, he really spent like an hour just chopping it up. Then he chop it up with the neighbors. So then breakfast comes around. They go to Frosty's cell. We can see Frosty's cell down low. Me and my cousin, they start beating on Frosty's cell. Frosty, take your sheet down. Take your sheet down. So when they took the sheet down, he didn't take the sheet down, so they opened the door. Yeah, boo. When they open the door and go behind the sheet, Frosty didn't overdose on purpose. And they know he did it on purpose because he shot himself with the heroin. Boo, I guess the first one wasn't good enough. He shot himself with the rest of it. He fell forward and bashed his head on a stool. Boo, bled out. So they said he would have died from all the blood he lost from hitting his head on the stool, because the stool sits right next to the bed. So if you're sitting on your bed and you're doing something on a stool, if you pass out, you will hit your head. And he bashed his head on the stool, but he was already gonna die anyway from what he injected in himself. So we in the top of the cell looking down like, oh my God, Frosty done killed himself. Damn. And I remember when they brought that, I'm young, I'm like 20, 21. Man, when they brought Frosty out the cell, they had put him on the gurney. And you know how the gurney starts off slow and then it pops up? I'll never forget. when they brought that gurney out and Frost was on that gurney covered though, when they popped it up, his arm from rigor mortis shot up. Boom! Man, you heard the whole pod go, ooh, 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 like the movies, like a scary scene, ooh, ooh, ooh. Because I jumped and I'm in the cell. They popped the damn gurney up and his arm shot up, bam, like some shit out the movie. I'll never forget, it scared the shit out of me. So youngster, please understand, if you ever want to put yourself in a situation where you're powerless to deal with death and help your loved ones that really need you, go to prison. But if you want to make a change in your life and you understand that your purpose is to be out here with your peoples, with your family, change your ways. Dirty. Gone.